All right, y'all. So I want to try something new. We're gonna look at this Reddit question. I'm gonna try to answer this to the best of my ability. So it says, Lib says, why did God make some of us gay? It says, I don't know if I'm right about this or not, but if God made us like everything about us, doesn't that mean he also made who we are attracted to? If so, then why would he make some of us gay if it's apparently a sin? So the way I would answer this is that we know that we were all made in the image and likeness of God, according to Genesis. So, well, I'm gonna say this. I don't agree that God made some of us gay. I'll say this. We people are not born gay. Let me explain. For context, like I said, we are made in the image and likeness of God. So if we were born gay, that will contradict God's word and his nature. Because if we were born gay, it also means that he's gay since we were made in his image likeness. But we know that God isn't gay. Okay? So just to expand on this, think about it like this. Everybody is born, like we're all born into sin with certain sin struggles. Okay? So when we come into this world, somebody's struggle will be struggling not to curse somebody out, alcoholism, getting high, getting faded, and stuff like that. But then on the other hand, another person's struggle will be having like being gay and partaking in um those those desires and stuff like that. All right, take two. Let me say this again. Having same sex attractions isn't a sin. I'm gonna say it one more time. Having same sex attractions is not a sin. It's when you partake in those desires and those actions, that's when it becomes a sin. Think about it when somebody might be tempted to indulge into pornography. Them having that temptation is not a sin. When we think back to when Jesus was being tempted in the book of Matthew, those temptations weren't those temptations weren't a sin. So in essence, you being tempted, you having those same sex attractions isn't a sin. Although it is a struggle, like everybody else has a struggle, but that struggle may be the same sex attraction will be for you, but then on the other hand, it will be for somebody else. But it doesn't become a sin until you actually indulge in it. So I hope that makes sense. This is yeah, I'm gonna just share that amount right there, and let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. So to conclude my answer, God did not make any of us gay, because if He did, that would contradict Him saying that we were made in His image and likeness, and we know that He isn't gay. So that's my answer, my 2 cents. Next question. All right, next question. It says, "Is homosexuality without sex a sin?" The short answer, it's not a sin. Okay. I have a lesbian friend that is Christian. She goes to the church very often. She reads a lot, the Holy Bible, etc. She doesn't have sex with girls. She just loves them. Is it a sin or not? Okay. And the short answer, no, it is not a sin to be attracted to have same sex attractions. That is not a sin to have same sex attractions. It only becomes a sin once you indulge in it. And like I said in my previous response, everybody has their certain sinful struggles. Like we're all born into this world with some type of struggle that we have to like a fleshly battle that we have to run away from and not indulge in it. So in this case, your friend having those same sex attractions, don't be condemned over it because it's not a sin. Okay? Hear me. That is not a sin to have same sex attractions. And I know I sound like a broken record. I'm gonna keep on repeating this, but just know that as long as you don't indulge in it, it's okay. So the fix to this, because you may be wondering, like, okay, I have these desires. It's like, what do I do with them? So this happens once you come into the sanctification process. When in Romans 10:9, if you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that God raised him, okay. If you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you'll be saved. Okay. Then after that comes the sanctification process. This sanctification process being on like a lifelong process. And then by the grace of God, the more you stay in his face, the more you submit to him and his will, the more you spend time with him, slowly these desires will start to go away in due season. Like I know it's gonna be a struggle, just like you have that struggle. I have some struggles as well. So just know that through this sanctification process, I call it the school zone season. I call it that because that's when we start to unlearn certain things, certain desires and old ways start to fall off and stuff like that. Yeah, this is how you see testimonials of ex LGBTQ members um being set free from their sexual, like their homosexuality. So yeah, all in all, um like I said in the first response, correlating that to this question right here, is homosexuality without sex a sin? It's not a sin. The attraction, not a sin. But indulging in it is a sin. So that was this was a pretty good episode. I'm gonna leave it at this. First two questions. So we're gonna get to some more questions in the future. If you have some questions you want me to look at and ask, drop them in a here's what I want y'all to do. You see the title where it says homosexuality is homosexuality without sex a sin? Text me that same title in the comment section, and I'm gonna do my best to respond to that question on Reddit. So see y'all. Thank you. Yo, real quick, I just want to let y'all know that the heart in the Bible is symbolic of our mind, will, and emotions. So, in other words, once you become a Christian and once you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and then you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will eventually start to move in that direction. So, yeah.